I have to press that, huh? You're live.
We are now live.
All right. Welcome. We're live. Gameday716. Todd and Noah are here. CJ will be joining us later. Um, so far, our professionalism has come through already. No, it's the fourth day of the see. That's what you get. Fourth day of the week. It's Wednesday, June. Everything is going well because it's sunny outside on the other side of the house, which is west. It's sunny over there.
Over there.
Over there.
All right.
It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow, but not today. So welcome. We're glad you're here and that you've joined us, and that so far you haven't left us yet. So lots to talk about in the sports world, lots to talk about in the world going on. So lots of things. So we're going to start with this new entertainment news. What do you think about this love that's brewing between Flo from Progressive and John Hamm?
I don't know. I guess it makes for a good commercial.
I think it's a documentary. It's not a commercial. I think they're real.
No.
Oh. Well, that's depressing. Does it make for a good commercial then? I kind of like the one where everyone is sitting at the table at the booth.
Oh, I think that's the only one I've seen.
Oh. Not the one where he sees her and is like, Flo, I haven't seen you in forever.
Oh, no, I thought this was the one you were talking about.
No, there's one where they're all in a booth, and it looks like just John Hamm and Flo are out, for dinner, and then it zooms out and everybody from Progressive is there.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Well, gotta watch more commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, they want me to restart my laptop. Are you kidding me? Why does this happen?
Hit not now.
I hit not now.
Yeah.
It's not the point, It's all about Benjamins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right.
It's all about Benjamins. So, we saw Top Gun together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
Top Gun Maverick. Wasn't just Top Gun.
Yeah, it's the only Top Gun that you can go see in theaters.
Right now. Did you hear about the lawsuit?
That's descriptive. What lawsuit?
Against Top Gun.
For what?
Using the name Top Gun, because the people who owned it could buy it back after 35 years, and it was they put Top Gun out 35 years and 1 month after the original one came out. So the original people are suing the guy who wrote the article. His kids are suing because they claim that they bought it back. Isn't that crazy?
Well, good luck.
Yep, I wish them the best.
The Texans are going to be added as a defendant in the Watson lawsuit.
Speak up.
The Texans are going to be added as a defendant in the Watson lawsuits.
The civil trial, I assume.
Right. Because that's the only one. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe they would start a grand jury against the Texans. Because they already had two against Watson. I guess it would be hard to have a grand jury against the Texans, but especially if no one felt that Watson was guilty. But that was before 23 and 24 came forward
In the New York Times.
in the New York Times. So, what is the New York Times saying?
That he met with at least 66 massage therapists over a 17-month period.
66 seems like a lot.
From fall of 2019 through spring of 2021.
Well, when I need a massage, I always go to 66 of them.
The list of 66 includes the 24 women who filed lawsuits already against Watson.
So what do you think is going to happen here for real?
At least, jeez.
What do you think's going to happen here for real?
I mean, I'd like to think he'd lose. I mean, 24, that's a little much. And then you only have 15 issuing statements of support. And basically all the rest of the women either filed but didn't sue him or are part of the current investigation but aren't suing.
So the basic gist is only 1/3 of them did he masturbate all over.
Well, no, I mean the rest. Well, okay.
Well, that was good timing as someone joined us, but
well, 5 women identified by the plaintiff's lawyers during the investigation for their civil suits. 15 women whose appointments with Watson were confirmed through interviews and records reviewed by the Times. At least 4 therapists contracted with the Texans. 15 therapists issued a statement of support. 2 women filed criminal complaints against Watson but did not sue him. And then a woman who sued Watson but then withdrew the complaint.
So it sounds like he's in trouble, at least from a civil lawsuit case, because it's not as hard to prove, right?
Yeah, I mean, he also gave an NDA to some of the women, a non-disclosure agreement to sign.
And that was actually given to him by the Texans, right?
Yeah.
If I remember what.
The director of security.
And that's why the Texans are now being added.
I mean, it also occurred in their facilities.
In their facilities?
Yeah.
I thought it was in a hotel that they just frequented or something.
Oh, I thought I read it was in their facilities. Maybe not.
Well, to each their own. I think it might be like their home hotel. So it is probably their facilities. But.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think that, he'll lose, but
I'd like to think that He'll be suspended for at least a year.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice for the NFL to, maybe just kick him out or be like 4-year ban or something. But doubt it.
Well, don't you think like a 2-year ban would be like, or a 1-year ban even would be like pretty career wrecking? Because he didn't play last year.
Yeah, but didn't he just sign the deal with the Browns? So
Yeah.
like he'd just lose a year of that and then come right back to that deal. And as long as he stayed in shape and he was fine, didn't hurt himself.
I don't know.
Like I'm sure
Maybe he'll go to more massage therapists in Cleveland.
He'll just get an NDA from his lawyer.
Yeah, that sounds great. Anyway, Deshaun Watson's a great guy, from what we can tell. He denies all allegations, of course, and says that everyone in the world is a liar. So that's how that's going.
It's going well.
It's going well for nobody, I guess. So if you hadn't joined us earlier, we already talked about the flow from Progressive and John Hamm. And then we talked about our Top Gun review. Well, we gave a Top Gun review. Did we give a review or did we just say we kind of liked it?
Who said it was a good movie?
It was a good movie. Yeah. Rooster looks a lot like his dad.
Uh-huh.
Had a lot of same speech patterns, and
yeah,
he played the same song on the piano just to remind us.
Right.
So now that we have all of our viewers, what do you think about how Tampa Bay tied it up last night 4-1 in the NHL Eastern Conference Finals?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, New York isn't supposed to be there, so I mean, it's a good story.
Is it though? Like, I mean, because it's the Rangers, so I'm not a fan, but like, they were just rolling through everybody and everyone thought, oh, they got up 2-0 on Tampa.
I mean, I didn't think they were gonna 4-0 them, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think they can win the series.
To get rolled by Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of these teams would be in Colorado, but
without a huge injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Colorado's really good. A lot of depth. And everyone seems to be able to score and skate.
Yeah, and then they lose Kadri, and it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter, and they lose or not lose. Cal McCarr is pretty much locked in, assuming they win. Cal McCarr is gonna be the award winner for the best player of the playoffs, whatever that's called.
Mm-hmm. Unless McKinnon
goes nuts.
Yeah.
Well, unless somebody else goes nuts. But I think it's for the whole playoffs, right?
Yeah, but McKinnon's also up there, I think.
Okay. What do you think of I was just going to say, what do you think of the West? But we just kind of talked about that.
Yeah, they rolled 4-0.
Over Edmonton.
Yeah.
Which Draisaitl was playing on one leg. We find out today. And
Yeah, but they were still getting scoring from elsewhere. I mean, yeah, Drysdale
Oh, yeah.
and McDavid were carrying them, but they were able to shut down McDavid effectively, and then they just played good defense, and then they would just score.
Would you rather see the Rangers or Tampa?
I think I'd rather see the Rangers because if it's Tampa, it's just going to be a defensive series the whole time. But I feel like if it's going to be the Rangers, they're just going to just trade goals back and forth. Because like the Rangers seem to just find a way
to what?
Score. Like it's just like all of a sudden, I feel like all the time with them.
Yeah. I guess when you talk about them, I mean, you have to talk about Kreider and you have to talk about Zibanejad, but it's been the kid line, which is a super crazy new and creative name.
Yeah,
for
Lafreniere, Kako,
and Keto.
Yeah, Cheeto.
Do you remember during trade talks about Eichel and people were making fun of like that wasn't enough? That wouldn't be enough for Eichel?
Yeah, it definitely would have been.
That would have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if two of the three were on the table.
We want Lafreniere, Fox, Zibanejad, Nairn.
We just want the kid line. So Jurassic Park comes out Friday. Excited about that? Not really?
Yeah.
You seem kind of grumpy today.
I'm just tired.
Just tired.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
Another day. Grinding away.
Grinding away.
Grinding it out.
Like the lemmings that we are.
Working for the man.
Paying our dues so we can retire at 85.
Or never,
Or never. I don't think
the system is designed to keep you in debt.
Debt forever.
Could go like full tinfoil hat because the street I was
foil
watching.
Hat. We're going full foil hat.
I was saying I could because the guy I was watching today was talking about Marxism from PragerU did these videos on Marxism, and they were just it was from this Clemson professor. He gave no links, no sources, completely pulling information out of the blue that was completely wrong. Like, just
was it like pro-Marxism?
No, it was pro-capitalist. Because Marxism leads to death and destruction. Unlike capitalism that's never gotten in the way of people's development.
Are we really a capitalist society, though?
Our economic system is,
I suppose,
technically capitalist.
Yeah, I heard that musical. Very talented. Yeah, about our financial society and our finances. We should write a new musical about today's politics.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Ridiculousness? I don't even know.
Ridiculousness? Isn't there a...
Yeah, there is, but...
Yeah, a show already called Ridiculous. And there's the man, Game Day CJ. Join the group. How was work?
Good. Was talking to a guy. He's got a bunch of land out in Lockport, so trying to see if we can make some work out there. Yeah,
that would be great for you.
I'd be happy about it for sure. I just got it. It's like a 30-minute trip though, so you know what I mean. It's like, but
yeah, that part's tricky because
So I'm thinking,
Lockport land is also a big sponge. But
yeah. I swear the property, like from what I remember, is sunk from what it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gone. It's got more of a hill to it now. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah,
that's how
no, you get
Lockport
out
land is for real. Like it's really strange.
there. Yeah, you get out there, you don't realize it's a half hour, more than a half hour drive, and it's like, I thought I'd be back a lot sooner. So I apologize for being late, but I'm here now, so we're good to go.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm not going to give a rundown again of what we talked about. But we haven't gotten to the NBA yet. We talked about hockey.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to add to what we said?
I watched the end of the Edmonton.
Colorado.
Yeah, I just thought that was a wild game. That was 2 nights ago. Yeah, it was just a lot of scoring. I think that was good for the sport. I like that. It was an interesting game and a big game and fun to watch. So it's good. That's good that hockey. That's good hockey. You know what I mean? I'm happy about it.
It is. Yeah, it's a lot more fun than what you get in other places.
For sure.
Like the East.
Well, that's like it's like some games are high scoring and then other games it's 1-0.
Right.
Where it's in the West, they're like everybody gets a goal.
Everybody gets a goal. It's like Oprah.
Yeah.
Oprah.
Yeah. You get it covered. Yeah.
Good job. So, Oprah. Uma, Oprah. Do you know what that's from?
No.
No, you wouldn't. Okay. Anyway, do you know what that's from, CJ?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Old man.
I am an old man.
Now I kind of want to know.
That's all right. You can look it up later. It's from when Dave Letterman hosted the Emmys or the Oscars or the Oscars. I think it was the Oscars.
Okay.
He totally bombed it. And he did this whole joke about Oprah and Uma and their names sounding alike. And like Letterman, he just kept trying to hit it home,
Yeah.
Because he knew he was bombing, so it was just it was fantastic. Yeah, he didn't care at all. He never got invited back. I don't know why, but yeah. Should I ask him about the relationship?
If you want.
All right. I won't. Seen any good movies?
No, in the middle of watching Stranger Things.
Do you watch Stranger Things? No, me either.
I don't know. This season is super scary. I don't like scary stuff. Yeah, I don't like scary stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I don't know. I tried to get into it a couple times, and it just never.
I don't know. We never just tried it or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it never stuck. Never stuck with us. Yeah, I don't know. All those ones that people watch never stuck. Ozark.
There's so much to watch that it gets overwhelming.
That's true. That's why you.
So then
that's why you
just
shouldn't
we'll
have.
just watch the same thing we've watched 50,000 times instead.
That's why you shouldn't have too many of the streaming networks, because that cuts down on your ability, to be overwhelmed. Because you're I'm limited now.
Yeah. I mean,
plus it's cheaper.
Yeah.
How many streaming networks do you have, CJ?
I think two. Like
See?
two main, no, three. Like Disney, Netflix, and then I got YouTube TV for like cable stuff.
Gotcha. Noah used to have YouTube,
Yeah.
but now that he's moved to the uppity suburbs,
Yeah.
he's well, you have moved to the uppity suburbs.
Yeah. That's true. I can leave my car unlocked at night now.
That's right. Don't have to carry around your shotgun.
Right.
What was I gonna say? Oh, how many streaming networks do you guys have?
We have Disney, Hulu, Netflix, Discovery.
Because that comes with Hulu, right?
No, ESPN Plus and Disney Plus does.
Oh, there's something weird. Like I get billed for each one separately, and that really bothers me.
Then you're not getting charged right.
That's why I'm bringing it up. Like, can you fix that?
Yeah, you would just go into your settings on Hulu, and then there's like an option that's like the Hulu bundle.
Hulu bundle?
Yeah.
All right. I think my Hulu goes. I think I'm stealing a password from somebody for Hulu. Actually.
Yeah, but like
it might be the person watching.
We don't pay for Netflix.
Do you get that from us?
No. We have Amazon. But
Amazon.
We have Prime, but like we don't watch the shows on there. Like
they don't click with you guys.
Yeah, no.
The Boys or whatever.
No.
Like Mrs. Maisel's.
We haven't seen a show on Amazon.
I don't watch it though. I don't consider it.
What? Prime?
Yeah.
Like I only consider it for like movies.
Oh,
like, that's
Upload.
The only time I think about
Upload is the one. That's one that we actually liked. It's just a short half-hour sitcom. There's only like 8 episodes per season or something, so that's the only Prime show that we've ever done. With all the Disneys, we've done all the Marvel, and now we're doing Obi-Wan. Yeah,
I'm behind a little bit on the Marvel, so I gotta like catch up.
Yeah, the only one we didn't do is What If. So
I didn't do the Moon Knight yet, so that's why.
We haven't done Moon Knight either. Okay. I like Oscar Isaac too.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's I don't know, like I've been watching other stuff, you know what I mean, and like it's one that I kind of need to start fresh with and like make sure that I'm don't got nothing else going on. I feel like.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of Kenobi?
I haven't seen any of it yet.
I've seen the first 3.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new one that came out today.
I haven't seen today's. No.
Oh, the kid's already on the 4th week already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
6 episodes, right?
Wow. I think so.
Yeah, so
I did
may as well just wait 2 more weeks and then take a Sunday and
watch the whole thing. Yeah, for sure. Why not? That's definitely.
It won't be longer than the Snyder Cut.
I like the Snyder Cut.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah,
but
so
I never
did Jared Leto. Apparently, he wants to come back and do more of the Snyderverse.
Because everybody turned Morbius into a meme, so he thinks it's actually like he's a good actor now, but everybody's just making fun of him.
Well, his Joker was universally hated as like one of the worst Jokers. Like,
yeah, it was pretty bad.
I do like what they did with him at the end of the Snyder Cut, though.
What do you mean? Like had him with Batman and stuff? You're talking about like
where they were like
Ellipse one or whatever.
Yeah, where they had to come together and
there was like a 5-minute clip with them talking for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like that because I like the possibilities of what that could have been, but
right
from just a specifically like how that scene was acted, I wasn't like felt like, oh, he had really stepped it up compared to what he had done for that.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? I don't know how to,
Yeah. Yeah, I
But-
felt like he wasn't overacting as much as he
Gotcha.
was during the movie.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
whatever.
No, yeah. I feel you.
Yeah. So we talked about also Deshaun Watson. So we went through that. We
Yeah.
kind of beat that to death. So
So just so I'm familiar, though, I'm sorry if you beat it to death already. It's another person came forward.
2 people.
So 2 more, and they're suing or filing, or what are they like?
They were added to the civil case.
Okay, and that's in Houston, correct?
I
Like
believe so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And the
So-
Texan and the newest information is the Texans were also added to the civil case.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder. So they're saying it happened at the facility, or
Yes, at a facility the Texans were. It was either at the hotel that the Texans stay at, and they have a big presence,
okay.
or an actual Texans facility, or it's because of that NDA.
It's probably all of it.
NDA stuff that came out.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's all I needed to know. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. 66 therapists over 17 months.
Yeah.
And he maintains that is consensual.
Yeah. Or yeah, completely innocent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
no wrongdoing.
Right.
Occurred.
Yeah.
I just had my Rolodex going.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
do you think he plays this year? Do you talk about that?
I don't.
You don't think he plays at all this year?
Noah thinks they're gonna cave.
I think
I think the civil suits are gonna take too long, and they're gonna be like, well
what's his name said that they are almost done concluding the investigation against him. This was Goodell maybe a few weeks ago, I want to say.
Yeah, but
there's been
the new developments with the 2 new accusers
right. So now they have to
and the
look into
Texans
the accusers, and then it weirdly might take so long, and they might want to wait for what the civil suits say before they finish their investigation and make their decisions. So that might be another year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't hear that part, but
no, I'm just predicting.
No, I don't think they'll want to wait for the civil suit. That's different. And they said they're conducting their own investigation.
Process.
Well, the law's due process already came with the 2 grand juries, right?
Right, not indicting him, right? So
right. So the civil suit's different, in my opinion.
So is this what the women added onto was the civil suit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't think he'll be. I don't know if he'll be suspended for a civil suit. Like I don't know if he'll be kicked out the league for a year for that. I thought it was criminal charges he was looking at. But like you said, they didn't indict him, right? So I thought the new ones were criminal charges for some reason.
Oh no, but the NFL is doing their own separate investigation. So
right.
Whatever they find. There's civil suit conduct. There's, criminal trial conduct, and then
gotta protect the badge.
And then there's NFL, whatever conduct policy.
Right. He can be found guilty of detrimental, conduct detrimental to the team, and be be kicked out for whatever amount of time. Okay, yeah. No, I don't. That's tough. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting because Cleveland put a lot of money towards them. So,
well, that was their stupid mistake because they did know that it existed.
Oh yeah, well, I think they did it with the intent. You have to say they did it with the intent. Jacoby Brissett, right, is a serviceable backup. So why else have I would assume you grabbed him because you assumed that he was going to miss some time, right?
Yeah, and that Baker wouldn't play, right?
Well, Baker's definitely not playing. Baker, right? They excused him from OTAs, so that means they're not finding him, and that means that they're like, okay, we're just doing you a favor. We don't want you around.
We're just gonna pay $24 million for you to sit on the bench.
No, they'll get rid of him to Seattle or whatever the other one was. Colts, I think. I can't remember who it is.
Yeah, they got to be willing to lower their price though.
Yeah. No, I think
Carolina.
Yes, that's what it was. I think as the season gets closer, you're right. It was Carolina. I'm sorry, I said Colts.
Yeah, the Colts got their guy, right?
Yes. I remember, but he was linked to there for in the
Matt
beginning.
Ryan. That's right.
Yeah. Yes. But I think I think he'll go somewhere later in the like right before the season starts or when teams get a little bit more needy.
Speaking of quarterbacks, does anybody think it's funny how much the Dolphins are hyping up Tua and Tyreek Hill, and that they feel the need to post a Tua to Tyreek Hill deep ball video at least once a week?
I mean,
I love it. I love it.
Well, can you guys answer me this question? Who are you most worried about in the AFC East?
For me, it's the Jets.
Really? Like that's a serious answer?
It's a serious answer. It's the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but like, I'm not worried to the point where I think they're going to beat us. I don't think anybody in our division right now beats us. I really don't think anybody in our division right now scares me. You all have to beat us first.
I don't know. I mean, Miami had a good defense last year. They're bringing back a lot of the same guys.
Yeah.
More guys.
You have Tua as your quarterback. I mean,
did we blew them out both games last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we handled them pretty.
One of those was the shutouts. One of the two shutouts.
And then we rolled up on them.
One of them he got hurt early. Tua got hurt early, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which one was that? That wasn't the shutout, right? No, because Brissett came in.
Yeah, I think that was when we were facing them at home. I think that was later on.
That was
the home game?
At their home in Miami.
Oh, so the away game.
Yeah, the home game was the shutout. Pretty sure.
Well, my point was I probably worry about Miami more than I worry about New England.
I still worry about the Jets over both of them. New England is an enigma. I think until they get receivers.
Yeah.
It's not really going to matter. I also think Mac Jones is trending down.
Trending down?
He's your boy.
He was my boy.
After like a year, trending down.
He's trending. He's going to trend down this year. Yeah. Sophomore slump. Where I think Zach Wilson is going to trend up.
Okay.
He had nowhere to go but up, but
yeah, that's true. But I also don't think that I don't know. I don't know if he did enough last year to make me sit there and think that he's gonna have a slump. He wasn't that spectacular. So I don't know. When I think of sophomore slump, I think of a guy who had a really good first season. And to me, he was decent, but it was more the team around him was the reason why he was able to do the things that he did. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Where would they be without Mac Jones?
Where would they be?
Yeah. Like if they were only playing 10 players on the field and didn't have a quarterback, where would they? No. If they had a different quarterback than Mac Jones.
Yeah. Well, you would have some sort of serviceable guy. Cam might still be on the.
That's true. The Jets did have a really good draft.
The Jets had a really good draft and a pretty good offseason of free agents. I mean, but it was really their draft that made me go, wow. I mean, they did get rid of Jamison Crowder. So, maybe they'll take a step back, but
I wasn't convinced from anything I saw from Wilson last year. Jones, at least to me, looked calm in the pocket a few times.
he looked good. He looked good. That's why I think he'll take a step back, because he did look good. I mean, he did make the Pro Bowl.
Okay, but as like a seventh alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 'cause Josh didn't want to go. No.
Well, it's true. It's because Josh didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Josh beat him and other guys who were in the playoffs. None of them wanted to go.
Not a lot of players want to go to that anymore. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think there isn't somebody. I mean, there definitely isn't any, but I think we're winning the division again. I mean, I don't see that being in doubt. Maybe we split with somebody, one of the three teams, but I still think we roll somebody 2-0.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, and this is how I always talk about the division, I think 5-1 would be great. I think 4-2 is logical, and 3-3 is
bad,
not good. For your overall outlook,
for what we expected. Yeah.
Right. But I always think in my head, like when I'm doing the schedule or whatever, like looking things over, I just think, okay, I generally just think 4-2 for the division. And then if it gets better than that, I'm happy. But that's what I always use as my basis.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I don't say who, like, I don't care,
Yeah. Well, it's nice that we can actually be, seriously consider this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
right.
That's also great too. The fact that the team is that good, and that we didn't lose that, and we only gained. You know what I mean? That we should be fairly close to, if not better than what we were last year. So that's great. That's great to think about.
Yeah,
Hasn't
I agree.
it been like this?
What was that?
I said it hasn't always been like this. Cooper Kupp to a deal with massive 3-year contract. I don't know. Something about Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, he got a 3-year, $80 million extension that includes $75 million guaranteed. That's worth up to $110 million over the next 5 years. Ties him to Los Angeles through the 2026 season.
All right.
So how much is that? 25 million? No, that's a little bit less, right?
A little less. If it goes all 5 seasons,
23 million. What did Devontae just get?
There,
around right there. Yeah.
I think that's less than Diggs.
Huh? You think Diggs will get more?
No, what was Diggs' deal? Didn't he just get a new deal?
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have.
He got reworked like a year or two ago, I think.
Yeah, but they haven't signed him to a new.
Yes, they have. Okay, I'm not hallucinating. Yeah,
you're not what? Hallucinating?
Yeah, hallucinating. Yeah, he signed here till 2027.
That's not a new deal though. That's the deal that was in place. They have to relock him up. They have to renegotiate and put him in the $20 million range.
No, he just signed this 4-year, $96 million deal. What?
Yeah, it was a 4. I don't know. We'll deal with it later. When we actually, are gonna put up.
See it on the thing. I mean, can't you just search his contract information? It doesn't come up.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. We're on Spot Track looking at.
Did I make this up? April 8th, 2022. No, I did not make this up. From 2 months ago. Okay.
What?
Yeah, they chose the latter, adding 4 years. Okay. With 2 years left on his existing deal, the Bills could have ripped up the contract and started over, just completely reworked those 2 deals. Instead, they added 4 years and $96 million to the $25 million Diggs had remaining on the final 2 years of his contract. So the result is a 6-year contract with an average annual salary around $21 million.
Okay. So he is in the 20 million range.
Yeah, but he's not
Adams or
25.
Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Cup, that's about almost the same range that Cup got. If Cup got 110 over 6 years. $18 million.
Wow. Okay.
Per Cup. 18 million per season per Cup. If he goes all 6 years.
Wow.
Where is LA getting this money from?
No draft picks.
Okay.
They had to be waiting for Aaron Donald to make his decision
That's true, because
to lock up Cup.
so the Aaron Donald deal was done and gave them cap space for this year,
Right.
which I think was like $5 million. So they probably did the same thing with Cup and used that little bit of cap space to sign him to something that fits under the cap space, and then
Now they'll go
forward.
get Odell.
Right.
Great. So Odell's not coming here then?
Do we need him to come here?
More weapons the better. That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Even if you can't get everyone on the field, you know.
I don't know. Then you get people angry.
Yeah. That's how you create dysfunction.
Is it?
Yes.
All these superstars can't just all be happy together.
No, it's not the way that works.
Nope.
Sorry.
Worked for the Rams last year.
I mean, yeah, look at Dallas.
Yeah. I still think the Bills should trade for Tony Pollard.
Yeah. They wouldn't get rid of him. I mean, they'd want too much.
I know. Oh, well.
Wish drafted Tony Pollard like 3 or 4 years ago.
Right. He'll be overvalued in fantasy.
It'll probably suck to split.
Oh, speaking of fantasy, there's something you guys got to think about here. All right, I have a keeper league, very serious keeper league. And you keep the player that you had, like you keep whatever player you keep them the round that you drafted him. So if you get like a really good player late, you get to keep him for that round.
Okay.
So I have absolutely like nobody worth keeping in my first. Like anybody really like of naming that would be worth keeping at where they're at. But I have Joe Burrow in the 8th round, and I have Jalen Hurts in the 10th round. So I need to know who to keep in the next, like, I think I've got to pick in like a month or so.
All right, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Because those are very good options.
Yeah, I love Burrow in the 8th, but I think Hurts is do well this year in the 10th if I
adding AJ Brown is huge for him.
I agree. I think he'll be so solid. Like just
plus a running quarterback in general.
Yeah. Like his upside was so great. It was wild because I rode Hurts all through the season because he just like would get 60, 70 yards a game. It wouldn't even matter how many touchdowns he scored, and then in the playoffs I rode Burrow and he was just insane for the final 3 weeks of the season against throwing 5 touchdowns every game almost, like something stupid,
Yeah. It's a good combo to have.
Yeah, it's tough. I liked them last year, but I can't keep them both. So
Yeah.
I gotta figure out. I think Burrow would probably go more up in the 5th round, 6th round. Hurts might go a little after that.
Can
7th,
you
8th.
trade?
You can trade, but it's like what do you mean by trade? Like, what do you like?
Like, could you move Burrow
And then keep Hurts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you would give up round wise for
5th round pick.
What you would do for Burrow. Like, I probably feel like he deserved more than the 8th round where I drafted him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Give like a 10th and Burrow for a 5th or something.
Yeah, that might be. If nobody has a keeper, that'd be an option. You know what I mean? We do have 12 people, so not everybody has one of those top running backs. A lot of people with those guys will keep those guys, or
right.
Travis Kelce gets kept. Like guys like that.
Sure.
But if there's somebody on a list that doesn't have someone, maybe definitely be interesting to see if I could. But it's like, and then it'd be like, what worries me more about Hurts is he's run so much, and I just worried he'd get hurt. And if I traded Burrow away, something would happen to him. You know what I mean? That would just be my luck.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, just think about it.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's hard to predict injuries, right? So
no, you shouldn't even be making a decision based on that, though, in my opinion. But I'm just like, I'd be thinking like that's what would happen.
Doomsday Bills fan.
That's right.
PTSD.
Living in Buffalo all my life, I guess.
That's right.
To think that any minute it could snow on me, and yeah.
So, you want to switch to NBA?
Sure.
Lead the discussion, man.
Oh, well, it's tied 1-1, and they play tonight.
Very, very in depth, Noah.
The
Thanks.
Celtics kind of stole game 1 with lights out 3-point shooting that literally came out of nowhere that has not been shown the entire playoffs. And then they tried to do it again and came back to reality in game 2. And the Warriors kind of played a little bit out of their mind as well.
Jordan Poole played pretty
that's
crazy.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that shot to end the half, that doesn't happen normally unless you're Steph. But
third splash brother. That's what Mike Breen said.
They just the Celtics just constantly changed how they play defense. And then it's like, even if it's going well, they're like, oh no, we still need to
let's mix it up.
Yeah. And it's like, no.
Stick with what's working.
Right. Rotate on screens. Don't follow, because that's how they get the open shot. It's like they just gotta play better defense. It's just you can't.
The number 1 defense in the league has to play better defense.
They can't do what they did against Miami. And
I agree.
Like they can't, because Miami, they were like, okay, we're gonna block the middle.
So is this do or die
tonight? No.
For the Celtics?
I don't think so. I mean, also though, the refs were terrible last game. I mean, you literally had Draymond acting like a fullback, blocking, like pushing. It happened dudes.
Once.
Still,
the ref that they have tonight, they're 12-0 with.
Cool.
All right.
In the playoffs. Yeah, they're 12-0 in the playoffs with this ref. So.
Oh, that's good.
I think that has to be. I saw that they're 12-0.
But if I'm an odd guy, and that makes me worried, then.
That's right.
How could you be 12-0? You know what I mean?
Also, where's Jason Tatum?
Right. We thought Durant handed off the
taking
the
over,
mantle, and now Tatum is
over
just
the league, face of the league. Yeah, yeah.
right.
Like you can't have these.
Oh,
They're not gonna
These
win unless
slumps.
Tatum just
no, you can't.
goes off for 40 every night
And,
against the Warriors. I
yeah.
mean, you're just not.
right, you can't. I mean, you can't rely on Al Horford to replicate Game 1 what he did in Game 1 every
Right.
single time. It's just not
Right.
logical. He's like 40.
Yeah.
That's so old.
Well, in NBA it is though, and he is old though. He's slow. Like he can't drive that well. He can't do the.
No, he's a spot up three
Right.
point shooter, and then
Like, when
slowly
he's on,
can
he's
work
on.
his way inside. If
Right.
the Celtics are moving the ball around, he will work his way inside for an easy hook.
Easy juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Tatum has to step up, and he has to. He has to at least get 30. I mean, you're not.
Tatum either
I mean,
either
if you can have
Tatum has to step
Brown-
up, or Tatum and Brown both have to
Right. I mean, if you can have balanced
slightly
scoring,
elevate their game, right?
If you can have balanced scoring between Tatum, Brown, Smart, and then you have the rest of the crew kind of doing what they can. Like you have Pritchard hitting threes when you need it. You have White doing the things that he does. I mean, and then you have just Grant Williams sitting in the corner waiting. You just need.
I think you're. I don't know. I just think that with
That's a lot.
the style of coaching, they don't have the system doesn't really have a main guy. You know what I mean? So it's like you want the guys from what I recall, you want the guys that people aren't expecting to do something. Like those are the guys that are going to have to do something if they're going to want to win it, and that's
their system is built around Tatum and Brown being the wings.
Yeah.
Right. And Smart playing defense.
They need a point guard. They need a floor. They need a Chris Paul. They need somebody to direct.
They had Kyrie.
No. They need somebody to. No, Kyrie isn't a floor general.
No, I know he's a scorer. Yeah.
They need a floor general, right? They need somebody to control the flow, somebody to set the plays, somebody to tell the players where to line up. And it's like, yeah, Smart can do that, and he's good at that, but that's not.
So you think Smart should be a
best.
sixth man?
Oh, don't do that.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think he won sixth man of the year 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, he's also, but he's going to be a sixth man playing 25 minutes a night.
Right. Or
more. Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's going to be
right.
12.
He would be taking Pritchard's role plus minutes away from others.
Yeah.
As well.
Right. But I mean, but even if that's what you have to do as Marcus Smart as the Celtics, then that's what you have to do. Because
but how many floor generals are there? I mean, they're not going to go out. They're not going to get Lowry. They're not going to get Chris Paul. Right. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see there being a ton of guys as point guards anymore who just are satisfied with being assists and steals and doing the dirty work that a point guard should do.
I mean, the other part of it is, you don't need a full floor general. You also it would be nice to have that third consistent scoring, because when Marcus Smart doesn't score, he doesn't score. When he's cold, he's cold.
Yeah.
Right.
So, if you're able to have a point guard that can contribute 15 to 20 points a night on top of what Brown and Tatum are already doing, and that's fine, taking a back seat to the two of them, but still being a part of that big three group while being a floor general.
But they have Williams and Williams. I mean, the Celtics got where they are because of depth.
I mean,
right?
if you don't win this series, it's going to be because you didn't score enough. And it's going to be because you were disorganized.
Because the other team scored more than you.
No, seriously. It's going to be because you couldn't keep pace with the Warriors and you became disorganized, and then you probably tried to get into a 3-point scoring contest with them and lost. So if
Udoka doesn't seem like the type of coach who lets that happen.
It's what they did in the last game, though. They went down big, tried to catch up, and they were trying to hit the threes.
But when you go down big, it's like, I mean, think about it in the NFL. When you go down big, you have to pass.
I understand.
Right? So when you go down big, you have to.
You got to shoot.
You got to shoot.
Yeah, but it just wasn't work. I mean, it wasn't, though. It wasn't it was just a start. It was the start of that run. And they were trying to hit threes and they were trying to keep up with them. And then Golden State would get the rebound and they would go down the court and one of the guys would hit a ridiculous three that you don't expect to be hit. And it's like, okay, fine.
But that's what the Warriors do. They hit ridiculous threes you don't expect to be hit.
But the point is to stop the run. The point isn't to get into the 3-point scoring contest with the Warriors. If you have to settle for a 2, you have to settle for a 2. But that's not the point. That's not what you do as the Celtics. That's not your strong point. It doesn't matter what they're doing. If they went an 11-0 run because you kept trying to hit a 3, score a 2 and stop the run. Get points. Get some confidence. You're not getting confidence and you're not hitting your shots when you're just bricking threes all the time. That's not the Celtics game. The Celtics game is driving, getting it out in the open court, running, not trying to do methodical setup for the 3-point shot.
Oh, I agree. It's hard when you're playing the Warriors.
Yeah. But it's the finals. You're playing the other best team in the league.
Play, right? Yeah.
Yeah. This shows you what you're made of. So that's my point. You're not going to have done enough offensively because you're going to have been disorganized and you're going to try to you're going to get into a 3-point scoring contest with the Warriors because you're going to become disorganized because you're going to get down and you get rattled, especially Tatum. I think they get rattled easy. And yes, Marcus Smart may be this calming presence, but he
also misses
right
3-pointers in a row really terribly.
Right.
Then you go, how calming are you? Because you're annoying your teammates.
Right, because you're just getting the ball and you go down the court and you shoot a 3 and you miss. And then there, boom, the possession's over. That's what I'm talking about. If they keep doing stuff like that, they're not going to win this finals. And that's why I think they need a true like floor general point guard that can contribute 15, 20 points a night and just be consistent. Be a true consistent calming presence that knows what they're doing, that like a guy that studies the playbook inside and out, that knows what Udoka would want, knows how this offense goes, would be like, no, you got to line up there, you got to do this. Like they literally need Chris Paul.
Well, every team needs Chris Paul.
Yeah, but
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's where I'm going with your thought is like you're sitting there saying exactly what they need, but that guy doesn't exist or every team would have him.
I know, but you can find it. I mean, you can turn a point guard into that.
But you don't think Marcus Smart like watches the film and knows the offense inside and out?
No, I mean he wouldn't have won defense.
Is in lockstep with the Udoka.
Noah.
I'm not saying that.
Noah, my only question:
he doesn't do the things that they need from the point guard position. He's a sixth man, no matter how good he is.
My only question for you would be: you said at one point a facilitator, Chris Paul type, and then you said that they were going to lose. That if they lose, it's because they don't score enough. So my question to you would be: how would a facilitator, Chris Paul type, enhance the scoring the way that you're saying that they would need to beat the Golden State Warriors?
Because you're taking the ball out of Tatum's and Brown's hand and giving them the ability to I mean, if they were to get a facilitator type point guard, it would take out their need to constantly need to run with the ball. It would actually allow them to truly set up their offense well, and I think better than what they have. Because it does feel like at points when they try to run offensive sets or they try to calm down, they try to slow down the game, that's when the game starts to slip away from them.
But that's the type of game you play when you have a facilitator, is a half court game.
It seemed kind of contradictory to me, to be honest, but I do understand what you're saying in the fact that not as many shots, but more quality shots, I guess.
I mean, if you're able to get Tatum in space and not just have him be a point forward at times where you're running certain sets where he's going ISO, but like you're able to get him open in a corner, or you're able to run.
But I think you want Tatum
sets.
to be a point forward. That's what you want him to be. Is your ball distributor. You want him to be your handler. You want him to be what Draymond is.
Yeah, but
right. Yeah. I mean, or poor man's LeBron.
That's what I was.
You want him to be like the guy who's going to distribute the ball and see the whole court.
Yeah, who everybody's going to crash on, and then he's going to leave other people wide open.
Right.
And be able to make those plays.
Right, like Giannis or whoever. I mean, you want him to elevate.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't need that point forward per se. You just need Tatum to be better.
Take over, yeah. Like I think so too. But at the same time, he hasn't been in this situation very much, right? So it's like,
and it's Udoka's first year as a head coach.
And yeah, so I
give up against Steve Kerr,
where they're at and winning game one and all that stuff. I think it's gonna be close. I still think we're gonna have a good final.
I don't know. I still think you can have Tatum be better while not having everything run through him and putting all that on him. I mean, if he's not that, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But then you have to go out and get that at the point guard position. So, yeah, I guess it does come down to Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, because Smart averaged 18 points a game this year. So you're saying you want someone who averages 15 to 20, right?
Yeah.
Smart's right in that range. He's just not getting the assists you want. But they clearly want the assists to come through Tatum.
Yeah. So if Tatum can't do, I guess, more than what he's doing,
then you have to rethink your strategy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, if all he can do is get you to the finals.
But I mean, it's fine. I mean, if he can't run an offense, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Just do other MVP-esque things. Like, when you get the ball, score. But if you need a point guard to be like, okay, you guys need to line up here and this is the play we're going to run to be able to do that, then I'm fine with that, as long as you're doing the other things that put you in that MVP conversation. You're scoring, you're averaging 35 points, you're getting rebounds, you're good in 3-point percentage, kind of.
Well, what is
and
he,
you're still putting up some assists, right? Yeah. So
he's got time.
Yeah.
He's not over the hill yet. He's got like 2 years.
Yeah. 2 to 3 years.
2-3 years before he's past his prime. Once he hits that 25 age.
Yeah, then you got to start thinking.
You've reached your ceiling.
Yeah, that's depressing.
28 in hockey, 26 in football. For some positions.
It's different positions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 12 at running back.
Right. The first time they get hit in the knees.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing major going on with the Sabres. We were going to talk a little Bills, but we're an hour in.
Yeah.
You know,
Talk
so
about the Celtics too long.
We talked about the Celtics for too long. Oh no.
I'm still with CJ though. I think it'll be a good series. I mean, even if Boston loses tonight,
I think this is a critical game for Boston. Like they have to come out and show that they're not afraid. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to come out and
they have to lose by it has to be the last couple second decision.
Right.
Like you have to show out. You have to. This is the game where you show. Okay, yeah, we did what we did in game 1, but this is Celtics basketball. We're gonna play great defense, and we're just gonna drive the ball down your throat and make you make a decision about fouling us. That's what I think of when I think of their offense, not 3-point explosion. It's we're just gonna take.
Well, they're one of the only teams who are. I guess to your point, they're one of the only teams who are willing to take to drive the ball inside and just take an easy layup.
Right. You have to show that you're not afraid of Draymond. You have to show that you're not afraid of Looney. Like, yeah, they have size and they have the length. You don't have that anymore. Now you're evenly matched. But this goes back to what I said. This is the finals. Shows you what you're made of. All right. Well,
on that note,
I got nothing else to add.
Nothing else to add from Noah. CJ, anything you want to add?
No, I got nothing.
All right.
Do you think it's going 7 games?
Do I think it's going 7 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the Celtics win, it'll be in 7.
I agree.
If the Celtics win, it'll be a 7. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why tonight is critical.
Yeah. Well, if Golden State wins, it'll be it won't be in 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're like you just said, critical.
Oh.
What?
Pete Alonso avoided a hand fracture.
Oh, good.
Good.
That's good for the Mets.
Yes. Go Mets. Go Mets.
Yankees.
All right.
First and third.
Boo Yankees. But yeah, go Mets.
Boo Yankees.
All right.
I'm rooting for the Warriors, but
I just lost half of the 12 people that watch, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We stay true to who we are.
Yeah,
right, we'll replace them with
Yankee fans.
With Met fans.
Met fans. That's what I meant.
Wherever they are, we'll find them. We will replace them.
Right.
All right. Take us home, Noah.
All right. Well, if you made it all the way to the end, we appreciate you for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, interact with us on Twitter at Gameday716. And we appreciate you for watching. And as always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.
Stay sunny, Buffalo.